What's up, everybody? This is Jube from Section 116 on ArgosEndzone.com. Time for Week 6 action as the Argos travel to Ottawa, take on the Red Blacks. As always, you can click the See More button on the YouTube channel, jump to the chapter you want to see, and we're going to get this week started with a look back at what happened last week. Finally, a win at BMO. Okay, so finally off the schneid, starting to finally feel like home. Argos came out on top against Montreal last week, and what you saw was some great play, some consistent play from newcomer Devin Wiley, who scored his first CFL touchdown. A fantastic catch by Kenny Shaw. As I tweeted to him, that's where heart meets talent. It was an over the middle one where he went up. I think it was Chip Cox who hit him, who you don't want to get hit by. Fantastic effort. And defense, Lemon with a couple of sacks, really disruptive in the backfield. Some great play all the way around. The Montreal had the one big score to Duron Carter when the Argos defender tripped and fell, which made it look a lot longer and more impressive than it really was. It was just kind of a fluke. And now, of course, the downside is that the Argos lost Ricky Ray for it could be up to 6 weeks with a knee injury. Now, that's bad, and there's no saying that's bad. The Argos haven't had a full, healthy Ricky Ray season since he joined the team. So, but we're going to get to that when we start talking about the preview for the Ottawa game. But as a whole, crowd was loud. It was a great Monday night, tons of fun. If you haven't been to a game, you got to check it out because after the sterility of the Rogers Center and the Sky Dome, the atmosphere is fantastic. The roof kind of channels the sound back in, and the end zone seats, at least that's all I can say from where I'm sitting, they make a ton of noise when you're stomping on the ground. So you really got to experience this in person. You really got to see an Argos game live in Toronto. It's an experience. Playing against Ottawa in Ottawa for essentially first place in the East, the focus always starts with the quarterbacks. Now, we've got an interesting situation this week. We've got the returning Henry Burris for the Ottawa Red Blacks and first ever starter Logan Kilgore for the Argos. So first with Ottawa, you've got the defending league's most outstanding player returning after a couple weeks off with a finger injury. The team, of course, did very, very well with Trevor Harris at the helm, who went down with injury last week. As a former Argo and as a CFL fan, a tip of the cap to Mr. Harris. I hope he comes back healthy and strong very, very soon, even though they did say he was going to be the backup as soon as Henry came back. So Smiling Hank, of course, is a bit of a crapshoot. There's those games where he'll throw for 400 yards and 6 touchdowns, and the ones where he throws for 120 yards and 6 interceptions. Obviously, an Argos fan, I'm hoping for the latter. And with the Argos side of things, as I mentioned earlier, with Ray going down, we got the Logan Kilgore era starting. There's a lot of Argos fans who are really upset seeing Trevor Harris go in the offseason. I totally understand. I believe Harris proved himself to be a capable starter last year, but at the same time, I trust in the process because every time Ricky Ray has gone down, the backup has stepped up for Toronto, and that would have been Zach Collaros, that would have been Trevor Harris. So I've got to just put faith and trust in the Jim Barker system, the Scott Milanovich philosophy, that Logan Kilgore is ready to be that next great quarterback. So here's his chance to shine. Now, obviously, your first instinct with a new quarterback, rookie quarterback, is you're looking for the running game to step up and help him out. So eyes on offense will be on Brandon Whitaker. And that Argos defense, which has been that bend not break and really starting to gel in that Stubler system, looking for them to create a lot of pressure on the returning Henry Burris and not letting those Ottawa receivers burn them like they did repeatedly when they faced there in Toronto. You know what? It's going to be fun. And crazy stuff always happens in the I keep wanting to call them Montreal. Stuff keeps happening whenever the Argos play the Red Blacks in Ottawa. If you look at last year, that was when Chad Owens made that great one-handed catch and Trevor Harris led the comeback with 5 touchdown passes. This is going to be a fun game to watch. If you can't be in Ottawa to see it, then make sure you tune in on TV because something always happens in these games. This is going to be fun. So who should you be keeping an eye on this week? As I said before, we've got rookie starter Logan Kilgore, number 10 on offense. But I'm looking at number 8, Kenny Shaw, who made a heck of a catch last week, which to me was his announcement to the league he's ready to step up and be another important weapon on that Argos offense. Keep an eye on number 8, Kenny Shaw. And on defense, I'm looking at number 24, A.J. Jefferson. Had a bit of a stumble last week against Montreal, which led to that long scoring play. So I'm expecting him to come back in a big, big way contribute like he did against that last game against Ottawa, where he had to run the length of the field diagonally to stop Ellison from scoring on a really messed up, poorly tackled defensive play. So I'm expecting number 24, A.J. Jefferson, to step up in a big way on defense. Number 8, Kenny Shaw on offense, contributing in a big way. In terms of this week's prediction, now, again, I always like to refer to math first because that will lead you to some trends. The math says Ottawa wins 27-24. Now, I'm thinking that's going to be way too low a score for the way these teams produce when they face off against each other. And, of course, I'm expecting an Argos win. And this will, just as last week, we saw the contributions of Willie and Shaw. I'm expecting Logan Kilgore era to start off with a big, big bang this week. So I'm saying this is going to be a 42-37 Argos win. Oops, sorry, I forgot to duck there. So I'm thinking 42-37, just because I love a good offensive blowout like that. And it'll be fun and entertaining for everybody watching, right? That'll wrap things up for our Week 6 preview here. Hope you had some fun. Feel free to like, share, or comment on this video. And follow us on our social media feeds on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Make any suggestions you'd like to see, things different or not. Or, hey, I'll just keep spewing it out like it is. And game is, I believe, a 7:30 kickoff on the Sunday. I know it's a civic long weekend for everybody here in Ontario, as well as BC, Alberta, and somewhere in the Maritimes. Anyways, so I know you're at the cottage anyways, but what you need to do then is step away from the campfire and the s'mores for a moment and go turn on the game. Or even better, find a way to push the TV up to the window so you can watch there. I got a bad feeling it's going to be a Rob Black game, so you're going to want to listen on the radio anyways, as we all know that Mike Hogan's going to do a much better job. That's no secret. But yeah, watch it right from the campfire. That'll be fun too. Make sure that you get your Grey Cup tickets or your Argos tickets, both at the same, or fingers crossed that the Argos will be in the Grey Cup, of course. But I think you've got to experience this live, as the team has done an amazing job of their pregame and in-game entertainment and creating a very positive fan experience. You've got to really be a part of it. And while you're there, make sure you check out your Argos cheerleaders calendars. You can pick them up online or in person at games, and support the ladies who are busting their arts to entertain us. Right? So, 7:30 kickoff. Toronto, Ottawa. Again, it's always a blast when they play in Ottawa. I've got to see a game there really, really soon. But again, until next time, this is Jube from Section 116 on ArgosEndzone.com, reminding you we ride the rail and we ride hard.